of the week. But we said it, Medic, there's going to be a lot of attention top this game. Both teams want to make sure the top laner is in a fine spot. Okay, Heretics wants to secure Trace-in, G2 wants to destroy Trace-in. That's pretty much what we're looking at right now.
We'll keep our eyes towards that top side of the map. G2 3-1, losing 1 against KC in week 1, and since then able to pick up a win last week as well. This is, I believe, the only time we'll see them this weekend. Oh no, tomorrow they play up against NAVI as well, so we'll see them a couple of times.
So look at how Summer's rune choice. He went for the Halo Blades. Now Halo Blades falls off quite hard as an AD carry, but it does make you super strong in the early laning phase. Getting those extra attacks in makes all the difference, especially against mages who have very low base armor.
LeBron looking for the pulverize here, back onto Hype, Gatling gun out, way with a taunt. And Summer trades back onto the aftershock out of that Shannon. Does lose more of his health than Hype and Wei combined. Lebrov trying to step forward, keeping Hype away from the wave as much as possible, but shouldn't be able to do too much. Wei's just standing there. It's like, hey,
he's just
if you go in, I'm just going to taunt you. He's standing there menacingly, isn't he, Fen?
He's just looking at him.
Top camp.
Yeah, we talked about it, Medic. You have to shut down this Vayne, and this was the plan that Team Heretics set up.
Broken Blade has a big wave stacked up, trying to trade back onto Trace, and flash auto would be enough. He just kills him. Tracing doesn't flash away in time. This time Impact gets knocked back, but Broken Blade still has the exhaust, as you say. Takes tower shot, flash condemned from BB. Silver bolts, but Douglas gets the flash with the shield just in time. Will survive through the minions.
Oh,
just.
This is not winning for Heretics. This is a disaster for Heretics. And you have to question, you knew the Vayne was coming. You set up this super nice strategy to level 3 gank your top. That didn't work. This was...
We talked a little bit about NukeDuck and Perks earlier on, as they are the 2 head coaches. NukeDuck, when he took over this team, he was saying, Heretics, pretty mental boom, in all honesty. It's hard, obviously, when you go 1-8 in the previous split and haven't really had a win in a long time. Now they have picked up their first win in about 130 days. I think the question is, can that propel Heretics further? Or are we going to see, hey, you got to win, you're still going 1-8 this split?
Yeah, I had a chat to them as well. It's very difficult as a coach coming into Summer Split when the roster and systems all are already in place. Yeah. And then kind of take over that and your management just says, and go. And they expect you to make miracles. It's very difficult as a coach to be in a position when you haven't really built it up from the ground up. So if NukeDuck does put in some nice new concepts into this Heretics lineup, would be super impressive. But realistically, it's a tough challenge for him to accomplish.
A hard road to walk, and with Hype coming in and Wei as well, it's a few changes. Tries to turn it around as the heal comes out from Wei, but Broken Blade just needs a couple more auto attacks here. Dashes forward with the tumble. BB wins the 2v1. Douglas looking at the Ishtar's impact as well. Lebrov has joined up on this play on the top side.
Thank God we banned Jhin.
Yeah, what was that Jhin ban though?
I mean, I'm just saying, this Vayne is a problem right now. This Vayne in the top lane is 1k gold up. You see, they're taunt flashing on the Vayne. They just don't have the damage to go up. He has a Ruby Crystal and a Doran's Blade, and he's full-time right now. He easily 1v2s them. The TP comes out from the other side, not even necessary.
It's also the problem with having a level 4 support. Right, against someone like Vayne that has this percentage max HP damage on the Silver Bolts, already has the Zerka Greaves, can just get those extra auto attacks in. Yes, the Spirit's Refuge will save you from a few of those auto attacks, but unless you've killed the Vayne by the time that goes down, you're just getting chased down.
Yeah, I don't envy Trace-in's position in this game. No, not a single cell in me envies him right now, because playing top lane against the Vayne that's this ahead, you are just... Dragons are gonna get starting to be stacked against them. You see, so every time we look top, I just get depressed.
I guess the other question is, because we talked about how G2 have a harder to execute composition in team fights, and Heretics have a bit of a simpler time. The question is, can Heretics just maintain this 1.6k deficit and be okay with it? Do they have to force plays? Well, they are, with an Impale going down onto Skewman, the Unleashed Power enough. 7 picks up that kill. Caps trying to chase Wei down as LeBron goes forward with the Pulverize. Headbutt back as well after the trample, and Wei is dead. Will be a 1-for-1 exchange in the mid lane, but if you're Heretics, you take that.
Absolutely. Just getting gold, trading gold. When you're behind, any trade is a good trade.
And trading a Drake, quite possibly here, as Douglas starts that one up, knowing Skewmon's dead. Heretics getting 2 Drakes to the good, delays Soul for 10 minutes.
It's an uncharacteristic mistake from Skewmon to get caught like this right before Dragon. who's just trying to look for something here on the top side, not really respecting that both Skarner and Shen can be on this mid wave. And yeah, he just doesn't flash the scatter the weak and just dies.
Yeah.
In the CC, he couldn't move after that stun connected. So nice CC layering by Team Heretics. Way ends up going down, but it's a very good trade in favor of Heretics.
Oh, you take that every day of the week if you're Heretics. G2 now setting up towards the top side as Broken Blade has.
Okay, I'm gonna hold that thought.
You hold it, man.
Yeah, Strayson is now under a lot of scrutiny.
Waze here as well. I feel a dive is ill-advised for G2.
I think they're just making him share XP, you know? Like, anything to annoy him is a good play. He goes in.
Tracy goes in. Has the Eclipse. Got a proc out of the Electrocute as well, but we'll just back away.
It does feel especially bad now with the top lane quest, because you get so much more increased XP. So if you are sharing your XP as a top laner while the enemy top laner is getting
full behind so much.
Yeah, it's so much. It stacks up. His Tracy's level 10 to Broken is level 12 already, just because he's sharing so much XP.
Yeah, Tracy should go 11 off this wave. He does.
Pick up here.
It's about a 1 level disadvantage. Is Electrocute and Best the common build these days, or is it?
I mean, you go Electrocute into range matchups. You'll see it into Jace, you'll see it sometimes into Gnar, and almost every single time against Vayne. Because you don't want to extend the trade. Just because when Ambessa has used all her dashes, she's very kiteable. It's very hard for her to then approach the enemy champion. So just going in, weaving in for a quick trade.
Caps not very kiteable, as Seren's chased down, Miasma out, Caps takes the tower shot, Stand United, scatter the weak, Caps will not get him! As Wei arrives in time with heal and locket to save his mid laner's life.
Wei had to work overtime for saving him. He had to throw everything, kitchen sink and all, just to save Seren. I mean, it's still just a Stand United.
They get Caps' flash, which is nice.
I mean, in the end, Heretics is not sad about that, but really get Broken Blade. Oh, public execution.
Broken Blade pops down the exhaust, and now Trayson will find that he's very kiteable as he gets chased down by Broken Blade. Skumond cataclysms in just to make sure they have dunked enough on this Ambet.
Pressure points. And Heretics has to either respond to the Herald or be in the Dragon Pit. So I think that's what G2 is saving as a trump card for next Dragon to guarantee that. But that is playing on the fact that they can't get caught, they can't get too chunked before next Dragon, because that would change everything. But using it now, maybe it was running out.
Maybe expiring as the Herald does go down. Skumon looking for a flank onto Hype as Broken Blade comes in as well. Hype flashes away, Broken Blade with the exhaust. Stand United used. Oof.
That's like a sixth of a Ruby Crystal. Yeah. That's pretty big. Substantial.
I feel like we've just... A couple of the decisions Heretics have made, the Vayne especially, leaving that up, just have rubbed us the wrong way.
Yeah.
I would say generally, as Wei is the one who is caught out. TP's coming in, both from Broken Blade and from Caps.
They're sending it.
Baron.
They have two AD carries and a Cassio. This is one of the fastest Baron comps I've ever seen. Heretics has to respond super fast to this or it's just going to go down.
No fast alterations either for Heretics. They can't actually get vision in the middle of the pit right now. As this Husband comes out from Douglas, he tries to get onto LeBron, but there's the Baron already for G2. LeBron's going to distract the rest of Heretics as G2 walk away as 4 sacrifice their cow, but the gods have blessed them with a Baron.
I think you take that as Broken Blade and Caps might be doing something, but they were
Caps going to get spotted on vision. BB has yet to be spotted. Recall's coming out. Broken Blade.
Oh, they got away with murder there. That was such a risky play to go over that side and catch. But yeah, Baron picked up for G2. As this is one of the fastest Baron comps. You see how much damage the Baron does with the Hunting Baron. And LeBron realizes that, okay, our health bars are way too low to potentially fight them. I'm gonna go in early so you guys can get out. What a hero.
Even used his smite on the Baron first and then went out. It's like, hey, we'll just get it lower quicker for you.
Giga Chad.
He's running that Unsealed Spellbook on the Alistair, so it does have access to the other summoner spells. Next Drake in 2.5 minutes. G2 seem to be going for a modified 1-3-1. Caps was staying up in the top side, but he's now going to join the rest of his team in mid, so it looks like it will be a 4-1 split. Although Caps often likes to hover around his side laners in these sorts of positions, it seems like that's the way he's going. Throw out a public execution and a pro player doesn't dodge it without terrain shenanigans and verticality and such. I think worse of that pro player that didn't dodge it, to be honest, most times.
I think people are looking at Embezzle the wrong way. They're looking at it like a skill shot that they can throw out. They gotta look at it like a Yasuo ult.
Yeah.
You can only press it if someone is already CC'd.
Yeah, it's a point and click on someone that's sub or crowd controlled for you, right? Or in a Zhonya's and you know exactly the timing on when they're going to come out.
Or you know they're bad.
Well, yes, that is also a possibility. We'll see when it comes to Worlds how many LPL top laners play the Ambassador into European and NA teams. as G2 set up towards the top side, have the tier 2 pushed in there. And are still just using the remaining dregs of this Baron buff to make sure that the waves are all crashing towards Heretic's side of the map. Gold lead still only 3.7k. That is, it's a chunk of change. It's enough for one completed item on Broken Blade over Tracing.
Ooh, looks like Team Heretics wants to contest this actually. I think Hype's going to TP back here as well.
That's my thought. It's 3 items on 7. Like, he is
bold.
strong.
It's bold to walk into this control because you see how much that G2 sees is. They have all the vision control here and they're walking completely blind there.
Dagler's going to be the one to face check.
Caps on the flank. Broken there on the flank.
Heretic should know Caps is here. He cleared out a ward, scatter the weak, public execution. There's the follow-up in the Broken Blade, but he's got the QSS. Exhaust Tracing. Meanwhile on the backline, Unleash Power goes into LeBron. He's stunned. Cataclysm on the back, as well as Hype. Not knocked up by Skewmon, who went in with a flag and drag. Broken Blade losing out to Tracing. Almost dies. BB gets one, but Skewmon is down so far that Skewmon has fallen. Went in deep to the Heretics backline, couldn't find the CC. Valkyrie away from Hans Summer, scatter the weak. Goes between the uprights as well. G2 still holding control over this area. Broken Blade back in base, doesn't have TP, but has the gates to get back out quickly.
Yeah, Caps has held both Petrifying Gaze and Flash. He still feels so comfortable playing this. Full HP, level 17. And the moment that Talent Flash missed, I think, sadly, Team Heretics has to concede this Dragon, despite being a jungler up.
Yeah, no flashes at all on Heretics. So have another look back at the fight. Kind of split into 2. We have the main body towards this top side, and then Tracing and Broken Blade fighting down towards the bottom side.
Yeah, LeBron tried to send it on the 4-man of Team Heretics, but kind of misses the Alistar engage. But Skewmon still commits in there, but there's not a lot of follow-up to go in through that Chaos Storm, through those Syndra's skill shots.
As you say, the EU ARAM has begun. Skewmon trying to get on a flank position. Flash is up only for Caps. The only one out of all 10 in the game.
Stars will stack. They're gonna go for it.
Looking for the clonk.
Doesn't get it.
Unfortunately, Douglas unable to clonk his way through Skewmon. He's going to steal away the Razor Beaks.
Look at this though. No flashes on Team Heretics against a Jarvan.
It's also only Caps has a flash for G2. There's still like a good Stand United into Shadow Dash, a good Scatter the Weak from Seven. We've seen a couple of them already. And it could spell G2's downfall. Tracing about to show on bot wave, which means Heretics, although they have cleared out this mid wave, will be in a 4v2. Petrifying Gaze coming out from Caps. There's TP in from Tracing as well as Rob tries to stand up. Unbreakable Will from the Alistar for a bit of tankiness. Miasma down. Scatter the Weak on Broken Blade, but the Ambassador just dies as soon as she lands from that teleport. And now it's Heretics on the retreat. Now try and step back as G2 turn their attentions towards the Baron.
We're gonna see this. G2 doesn't feel confident starting the Baron right now because that Baron does so much damage. And they don't really have any turning tools right now except for that Cataclysm. Heretics, despite losing their Ambessa, she's not the core member of their comp right now. She's a little bit decorative, as Syndra and Victor are the main carries.
It's also just the weakness of Ambessa when you're TPing into the enemy team because Miasma exists for Caps. Like, you come down and you have no dashes.
Look at BB's flank here though. He's on vision.
Yeah, he's spotted as he TPs across. Caps trying to keep Heretics interested as Douglas looks for LeBron. Skewmon goes in with the Cataclysm onto 7. Way with a Shadow Dash on the Broken Blade. Does get the taunt. Stand United on 7 as well, but he's already down. Hype now in the midst of G2 as they collapse around Heretics and take down 3.
And G2 entomb Heretics with all their members. They go from many different angles. And Heretics, they don't really have an escape path. You see, they're running through mid lane towards G2's base because that's the only way they can run where there are no G2 members. A good Cataclysm by...
Out of Heretics' hands. Broken Blade trying to mark Tracing as he steps forward. Catches the wave now. Scatter the Weak on Skewmon, but he's got a GA, so he's not too worried about losing some of his health bar. Lebrov's still looking for the flank. It's G2 that have got total control of the river now. Only one ward in from Heretics. Lebrov with the knockback onto Wei needs to be cautious because he is isolated from the rest of his team. Hype trying to chase him down, as you say. BB does have a good angle on Tracing. Douglas goes behind the pit, and Ishtal's impact in could be enough to just sneak this one away. He jumps into the pit, scatter the weak Petrifying Gaze. The smite at 1 HP. It's G2 that get it. A Stand United on 7 as Skewmon goes deep away, and Hype are going to be unable to escape. The chase is down, the mage is dead as G2 wipe Heretics away.
Heretics try to go for a Project Hail Mary on the Dragon, but in the end they fall to the meat grinder of Broken Blade, who ends up in the flank there. They sent everything to give Douglas access into the Dragon Pit, doesn't end up getting the smite, barely missed out of it. And now I think that's all she wrote, Medic, as G2 is marching onto the base of Team Heretics.
Just a maze from G2. As they will be able to chase down Douglas, who unfortunately has no damage, doesn't have enough heart steel stacks, and doesn't really have the tankiness to survive 5 members of G2. G2 in 35 minutes will go 1-0 up in this series. It was valiant from Heretics, but they couldn't keep back the oncoming storm.
Rise Froxa, can we nerf Vayne top?
But like, we both saw it in draft, and you seeing it, you're a very smart analyst. Me seeing it, I'm a medium smart play-by-play.
My mother is sitting at a farm in Stockholm or outside of Stockholm right now, and she also saw the Vayne top coming.
Exactly, Finn! Like, how did Heretics fall into this trap? That's the question we've got to ask ourselves, because it was a trap. It was laid, it was obvious, and they said, oh, I'll just put my foot between these two pincers and see if this bear trap works.
Yeah, I mean, I think the read was that the mages are really good into the mages, but in the end, you need to survive the laning phase. As now, we're gonna send it right down to the analyst's desk so they can break down that game.
Break down that game. Huh. Let's see. No, but honestly, okay, there was an interesting approach.